with the opening segment of World 8 now over, we now head on to the second part, which is the infamous bridge levels. And yeah, sometimes there's a hand that grabs you. Oh crap! It's the Hammer Brother one. It's the hardest one of the three in my opinion, and of course I didn't last very long. So anyway, sometimes there's a hand that grabs you, and speaking of grabbing, I'm gonna grab a flower. We still didn't see that hand. It's probably a big speedrun killer, considering it seems to be completely random. It seems to be on par with those trash cans in Surge Gym in Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. Come on, get down there! Get down! Get down! Come on! Come on, can you get down again, please? Come on! It looks like I'm gonna have to deal with them myself. And okay, now the first one's out of the way. It's gonna be a little easier. Oh, and now you go down? Super! Well, after that, there's a Boomerang Bro and a Giant Hammer Bro, and that's it. Really easy with fireballs. Really hard with everything else, though. Yeah, as I said, in my opinion, it's the hardest of the three. And the other two are the... Nope, still no hand. I was hoping maybe I could show you the hand, but oh, this is the fireball one. This is the easiest one of the three, in my opinion. And now watch as I die 10 times just because I said that. But come on, it's really easy. And I'm not given runways to land, but still fairly easy jumps nonetheless, as long as I adjust my jumps carefully. Whoa, I almost died on this one there. And that's all there is to it. Only fireballs, not a single enemy to deal with. And of course, at the end of each level, they give you leaves, which will be very useful in the coming levels. And this one is the cheap one. In the end, I couldn't show you the hand because it just didn't freaking show up. If you want to see it, hunt down any other video of Mario 3 with those bridge levels, and you should see the hand at least once. I got really unlucky. Or lucky, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. Speedrunners would be jealous, as I said. Come on, how much? Okay, now finally, I was wondering how much this was going to drag on, but here we go. Third leaf of the day. And next up is quite possibly, well, maybe not the hardest level in the game, but certainly P-Wing Caliber here. Look at this. It's a super fast auto-scroll with crazy jumps where you barely have... Well, of course I wasn't going to last long with that kind of jump. This is really P-Wing material. How many do I have left? 1, 2, 3. 3 P-Wings. And I gotta use one on this level and one on the next one. That's gonna leave me with 1 P-Wing for the end of the game. Hopefully I can get by with only 1. So, yeah, look at that. There's barely any room to build up momentum for those jumps. And you have rocky wrenches, flamethrowers on top of that, and I heard once that if you go too high in the sky on this level, you get injured for no apparent reason. Whoa! I was about to choke and lose my P-Wing. This would have been the most humiliating part of any one of my LPs ever. But, yeah, look at this. This is so difficult without a P-Wing, or at least a leaf. It actually makes me long for those disappearing block puzzles from Mega Man. And I think this is the end. Yep. So there's going to be a boom boom down that pipe, of course. And I'm going to be fighting him with a P-Wing. Yeah. Oh! Funny little thing, though. It wouldn't let me go to the right while I was still flying. Didn't really remember that, but come on, get down! Shit! Come on! Okay, there we go. This thing's really hard to hit when it moves around so fast. But this is going to be our last boom boom for a little while, because now we're heading to the numbered levels in World 8. There are only 2 of them, but goddamn is the first one hard, especially at the end. At least I've got a leaf, so I'm going to show you what you can do with a leaf, and after that, if I fail, what you can do with a P-Wing. So now you build momentum like that, so you can go down into this pipe here, which is a massive shortcut that avoids you one of the hardest parts of the game if you want to preserve a P-Wing if you bring a P-Wing, it's actually a must that you gotta go down this pipe. So now we're near the end of the stage, which leaves us at the very hardest part of this level, which is... Oh, come on! Oh! Didn't want to do that. Now I gotta make the paratrooper respawn. And the thing with those high jump things is that the jump button isn't the most responsive thing in the world. There we go! It worked perfectly for once. Come on, come on! No! So, okay, now I gotta go up there. Yeah, it's hardly responsive, so sometimes you think you're gonna bounce way up, but sometimes it doesn't work. So, that's why I die so much in this place! So now what you gotta do, first I'm gonna get that shell out of the way. Come on, Bullet Bill, please. Bullet Bill. Bounce on the block. Bullet Bill, no! Yeah, you gotta do that kind of thing. And, as I said, not very responsive. To keep up with the Mega Man analogies, it's like, you know Plant Man stage in Mega Man 6 where there are those springs where if you fail to jump, you die, and there are plenty of those springs to go around too? Well, it's kind of like that, except it's even less responsive and even harder, so, yeah. And incidentally, beating Plant Man stage is what gives you the super adapter, which you need to beat the level a lot easier. Ah, those wily game design errors. So with that P-Wing, I can just go all over those hard jumps and end up right at the end. Of course, there was no point in going for a star because I was only going to get a 1-up anyway. Stage 8-2 is a lot easier, and since I have a leaf, well, you really need a leaf if you want to avoid the hardest parts of this level. So now what you want to do is go into that quicksand pit here, and there are 2 areas in the game where you gotta bounce off those music note blocks that, as I said, the bounces aren't very responsive, and there are 2 of those areas. This part here allows you, the shortcut that I'm showing here, allows you to skip the first one, and the leaf is going to skip the second one for me. So now I gotta run up while avoiding the Piranha Plant's fire, build momentum, start flying over the large pit that looms below me, and get the last goal in the game! And it's a mushroom, not that it matters, because as I said, there is the last goal in the game. There is not going to be any other cards, so to speak, that will allow me to get extra lives. This fortress is a huge maze. It's like 2 hallways that are... Oh, come on! I was sure it would avoid me at that spot. Guess my judgment wasn't good enough. So anyway, you see all those doors? There's tons of them that join the 2 hallways, but each hallway is like a maze of its own, and you gotta go through both of the hallways if you want to beat the level, and there's also... Well, this... Oh, come on! Well, this isn't looking very good now. Now, what I gotta do, I'm gonna try going into this door, see what's inside, and... Oh, yeah. What can I do now? I'm gonna try building momentum with... okay. Now... Oh, yeah. I came down that pit, so... Maybe that door? Nope. Doesn't work. So, what can I do? How do I get out of there? I can't commit suicide. They wouldn't force me to do that. And, of course, they don't. You had to build that bridge there with invisible blocks. So, come on. Need a little momentum to go over there. Excellent. Now, mushroom. And now, go through the door, rinse, and repeat. I'm such a genius. Yeah, I know. Okay, now I rebuild that bridge, and here we go. Oh, man. Big Mario can't go through. I'm not a genius after all. I am completely stupid. At least there's another flower that waits for me here. And if I can just get past those atomic waffles. There are just so many of them. How do I get past that? Oh, man. Come on. Get out of the way. Boom. Oh, here comes the dry bones again. But I'm gonna run through that door. Oh, shit, conveyor belts! And yeah, I remember the route to take, but I didn't remember all the details, like that door landing you on a freaking conveyor belt. Fuck bunnies!